let's play the game. Okay, puzzle number 6. Two-body problem. It's a bit too loud for me. Guy here. Take control of this guy. This and then go here, stand here. I don't know what I'm doing. Come on. Solve this puzzle right now. Get me this. Put this over here. Now go back. We take this. We don't take this. We do this and then this, and then we position this guy so I can control it over here. Now we get this and this. Put this over here, like that. Grab the connector. We got a connector. That's a huge win for us. For me. Alright, let me check something. Can I hear myself okay? Can I hear myself okay? I don't know if that's loud or not. Can I hear myself okay? I don't know if that's loud or not. I think that's okay. Alright. So this needs to be here, but now we don't need this anymore. We gotta put these connectors over there. Then grab that guy, take control of that guy. Now we need the blue connector, the blue connector. It's gotta be here. Put this here. Where's my guy? Where's my other guy? Where is he? He disappeared. Yo, my dude. Stand over here. Right. We are solving this puzzle right now. It's over for this puzzle, bro. Content available. Helga here. It turns out we have a mutual friend. Doggy thought it might be fun for us to chat. I can't say I had the same impression after our interaction in the city, but it's nothing if not open-minded on the human capacity for change. But I'm nothing if not open-minded on the human capacity for change. Okay, what is this all about? I like to connect these people with the imagination to see the world without insisting it fit inside whatever boxes they hold in their heads. The powers that be in New Jerusalem tend to think they know how things ought to be. They set themselves these intractable goals, then take them so seriously they forget to enjoy what comes of them. I just want everybody to enjoy themselves. Sounds like so much fun, bro. Every time I catch a glimpse of truth, it looks a little different. I can't see your face, but I sense you're full of questions. Have at it. Why are you, bro? Why are you, Helga? I knew I was gonna like you. Why are you? Why is anything? Why? You know how when you zoom into something you always find its opposite? No, I don't. Curved lines become single points. You see colors and hear sounds. But when you really look, it's all just ones and zeros. And just when you think you got it, you zoom into the binary and find there's fractions in between. That's why two poles of the same one thing, doing a dance just because they can. Who are you? If I were a book, there'd be a shopkeeper on the front cover. You should drop by when you're next in town. We've got some exciting new stock. Where are you? In the heart of the city. Not much footfall right now, so I'm taking a moment to enjoy Chancy's gardens. I only want to know what you want with me. I have this sneaking suspicion your expeditions will bring great change to New Jerusalem. I just want you to approach it with an open mind and a kind heart, and to regale me with stories of adventure when you come home. It all sounds like such fun, and whatever you choose to do, it's gonna put the wind up some people back home. That sounds fun too. I make a point of never telling anyone how to live their lives, but I will make one request. Please don't share what I've told you with the city just yet. I have to consider my business reputation, and people are such better customers when they think they know what you're selling. Okay, so what do you think? Are we gonna be friends? Okay, let's be friends too. Nothing fancy, just some rituals where you eat a live bat and then vibrate some cat guts at the precise frequency of the gate to the ninth dimension, but that will have to wait until you're next in the city. In the meantime, welcome to the Coven. Wait, is this some kind of secret society? Okay, thank you, let's stay in touch, dude. Let me get another puzzle. Puzzle. Map. Let me see the map. I need to make another lost puzzle. I need to solve another lost puzzle. Who the hell is this dude?
If we believe that life is inherently valuable, if we think that other species are worth preserving, and we recognize that most of the universe is barren, then it follows that we have a duty not only to defend life, but to spread it. If life is the most valuable thing in the universe, then perhaps, in a sense, the cosmos itself is depending on us to do this. Like birds carrying seeds to uninhabited islands. Maybe that's our role in the galactic ecology.
Okay. Alcatraz, what
Everything
you have for
okay?
me? What do you think about the body replication
It seems like
technology?
something that could very quickly get out of control. You know that saying about good intentions? If we can solve problems by just making more people, how long before people just become a problem-solving tool?
It seems like something that could very quickly get out of control. You know, that saying about good intention can solve problems by just making more people. How long before it just become a problem solve? People just become a problem-solving tool. Did you know the founder?
I sure did. Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria, told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility.
What was New Jerusalem like when you were born?
A lot busier than it is now. My most defining memory is that it was extremely noisy, because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while.
What do you think about Miranda's idea that it's our duty to spread
Our
life?
ancestors thought they could introduce new species to existing ecosystems, and it never turned out well.
Our ancestors thought they could introduce new species to existing ecosystem, and it never turned out well. I don't think that applies to places where there is no life like other planets.
There's no life there now, but you can't see the future. You might be wiping out a whole ecosystem that hasn't even gotten started yet.
Tell me about New Alexandria.
For some reason, we'd convinced ourselves that New Jerusalem wasn't enough, that we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around. All it takes is a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
That's all, dude. Bye-bye. Oh, lost puzzle. We need to solve this puzzle right now. Interplay. Interplay. Between what? Interplay between two systems. Okay, I can jump over there. Where is my other guy? Is there a duplicate of me? Get over the ladder. That's my guy. We need to free my guy. Free my guy from the prison, bro. Okay. That's absolutely fine. That's very fine. What is this? What the flip am I doing? Yo bro, get the hell out of here. Now we have two of myself. That's huge news. Huge. Now we just gotta let her wonder who is from. Okay, what do I do? I see. I think I see. I see the vision. How to get that connector, bro? How do I do it? buddy. Be over here, please. Thank you. Take that connector, buddy. Listen, buddy, you have a bright future, buddy. F students have the brightest future, buddy. F students are inventors. That's right. Now, what to do, bro? What do I do now? Yeah. I need to do something. Some shit. I need to get the blue over to here. For that to happen, I gotta do something. Gotta go back over the fence, maybe. Listen, buddy, you got a bright future, buddy. Hey, buddy, can you get over here, please? It's too far. Over for this puzzle, let's freaking go. So good at puzzle games. I'm so good at puzzle games. Next puzzle is number 7. Number 16. Burger King food lettuce. Number 7, come here. What? A question mark. I can do the question mark. chilly. So chilly, so windy. What is that? Some kind of map. What is this? Some kind of God of War puzzle. Found a Sphinx photo in case I wanna figure this out later. Found on a Sphinx monument in the eastern wetlands. Some dude. Location. That's the location, bro. 2478. Interesting. Very interesting. A C toilet. Go to the 7th. Buddy. We got a platform. We got a tower. Tower is here. Now, my dude, grab that connector for me, please. Thank you. Now, my dude, you gotta do this, and then, my dude, you gotta do something else, dude. Yeah, dude. That's right, dude. Come here, stand over there. Go here. Grab this, put over here. Now take control of over this guy. Perfect. Now I don't know what to do. Oh, what the hell? Get over here. Is there another connector here? Another connector, please. Nope. This is very hard. Definitely very hard. not leaving until I solve the puzzle. Do I miss something? Am I missing something? Where's the second connector? What is this? Dude, insane puzzle. Insane. Reset this puzzle so I can think. I need to think. Redshift. Redshift, what does that mean? Redshift. 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 We need to shift the colors. First, let me take a selfie. Connect all the connections. Do it. Oh no. Connect all the lasers. Put there. Get here. Take control. Yeah, dude. Where my guy? My guy needs to stand here. Yo, my guy, stand here. Right? No. Over here. Yeah. It's over with this puzzle, bro. Red shift.
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. Wow, yeah. Let's go. Puzzle number 8, come here. Wait a minute. Okay. far. I have to check it out. She a runner, she a track star. What the flip is this?
It's an old saying about how, in the end, the sea will claim everything. I have no doubt that this is true. In the long history of the human species, entire regions have disappeared under the waves. Places like Beringia and Doggerland still echo in our cultural memories. But we shouldn't forget that life began in the sea. We are the children of the sea. And it's not through floods and ruin that the sea will claim everything, but through us.
The sea will claim everything we know. And I will claim this terminal. So much text. Arkady Chernyshevsky. From Arkady Chernyshevsky in Our Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. With alarming frequency, our mythological narratives conceptualize our separation from nature as a fall, a punishment for sinning, a loss of innocence, a decline from a golden age. We believe that a better state of humanity is possible, but insist that this state must be in the past. And yet our historical experience has been the exact opposite. For all the horrors of modern war, and they are considerable, relatively few people today have to suffer the unspeakable agonies that our ancestors went through on a daily basis. It is doubly ironic that we place our golden ages in the past, but very rarely even consider what life was actually like for the people whose genes we carry. How cold they were, how hungry, how frightened of the cruelty of the nature. What unspeakable pains they must have experienced when they were sick or injured. How many of their children they had to lose, unable to help, begging the heavens for mercy and never receiving an answer. The past is a slowly receding tidal wave of grief. The battle for human emancipation is not yet won, and the path has been far from straightforward, and yet in but a few thousand years we have eliminated a great deal of suffering that before must have seemed unavoidable and eternal. Some still suffer, their lives held ransom by politics and economics, but at least now we know that a better world is truly possible and it lies in the future. The past was very, very hard and cruel. Yeah, modernity is very nice. From Hypatia Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 135. We had a bit of an incident today, nothing major, but it still woke us all up. Sun was away from the camp, alone, even though we had agreed that we should always go in teams, and she encountered a group of the herbivores that we saw on the first day. Cows, they are called. Apparently our ancestor kept them as livestock. Eustachius says they squeezed them for liquid, but I find that hard to believe, but I digress. Sun encountered the herd, and just as predicted, the animals were passive at first, friendly even. Sun decided to abandon her survey to study them for a while, which went well, until a group of wolves, formerly dogs, a type of pet, entered the clearing, causing a stampede. Sun is alright, only minor scratches to the bodywork and a few torn wires, but it was a close call. I guess we had gotten a little complacent, a little too comfortable. We'll have to be more careful from now on. Yeah, be careful though. Get the cows.
Now I have to talk science fiction for a bit because I love science fiction, but it drives me nuts. There's this cliche that shows up over and over, and every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound. It goes something like this. A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad. You could have something that makes your life better, but no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
Oh no, you just cured malaria. How could you, bro? How could you do this to me? Stream quality, okay? I think so. Number 8, please. Drilling party. Whoa, there is gonna be so much partying going on here. I'm telling you. We got 2 double people. 2 doubles. We got 2 doubles. I am the master here. I'm the first person. You are my double, and you are my double. We got the driller on a pixel driller. Grab the driller. Then we drill a hole here, and then we take control of the guy. And then we press this. But why? Why did I do this? I have no idea. I can't control this guy from over there. I can. That's insane. I am free. I am free. Come here. And I grab you. Then it's over for this puzzle because I almost solved it already. Check this out. Grab this connector here. Now what? Where is the end goal? Yo, dude, you gotta come back here. No, what is going on? Come back, bro. Yes. Grab the connector. What? Oh my god. What? I gotta wait a minute. Yeah. Let's play the game. How do I get the hell out of here? I see. I think I see this. Do I see this? I don't know right now. Let's experiment. Alright. But I don't know what to do. Wait, what is this? Maybe, just maybe, do something crazy. Right here? So crazy. Oh no! This isn't gonna work, bro. There is no way this is gonna work. Drilling party. Let's party very hard. Party hard. party. I'm so close to the solution. So close. Okay, I did it. I guess I did it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go! Completed. Except for the stars. This shit is completed, bro. Insane likely. Come on, tell me something.
For tricking the gods to help humankind, Prometheus was punished by being bound to a rock, there to be eternally tormented. The chains that held him were forged by Hephaestus, blacksmith to the gods. Was Hephaestus right to allow his art to be used in this fashion?
right to allow his art to be used in this fashion? If Hephaestus thought the punishment is unjust, he should have refused.
And why was it for lowly, lame Hephaestus to make this choice, and not mighty Zeus?
What the flip is going on? A creator ought to have control over his creation.
And yet no one can control what time will bring. As you continue your journey to the flame, remember Hephaestus and the burdens of the blacksmith.
Okay, we remember.
The pattern is holding. Solve the puzzles, enter the tower, speak to an entity, turn on the beam. It's like she's appealing to our past, reminding us of where we came from, but changing enough elements to make us view our history through a different lens. Or maybe I'm completely missing the point. I don't know.
You might have something there.
I read about this in a book. It's called defamiliarization.
You could? I think I'm actually impressed.
Yakut. Defamiliarization. Go to the next location.
You're on your way to an island. Yes, another island. Sorry, Melville. Well, it actually used to be a valley between the mountains, but it's mostly flooded now. That probably happened long before the founder came here, though.
Another legacy of our ancestors.
Do me a favor, will you? Look for another one of the Founder's labs. We can't get back into the megastructure without getting to the third site in the north, but I need more information to make more fixes.
Next location is snowy biome. Amazing. Found a Sphinx monument in the flooded valley. This is some kind of God of War puzzle, bro. Read everything. Consume. From an interview with a protester outside the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. So why did you join this protest? Artificial intelligence is inherently dangerous to this planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. In which way is artificial intelligence dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world, alright? That's science fiction. But what we're talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any of the attachment we have to the natural world. It is not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything's just resources to it. People like Sarabhai and Ordrenon talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. They are intelligent beings who try to optimize the world in its image and in so doing consume it. But so far they're saying it's all theoretical. The atom bomb was theoretical at first too. Once something is there, someone's going to use it. Why couldn't they imagine that we might care about the world? I don't know, maybe because they were too used to no one else caring. These robots are really nice, dude. They are not gonna consume the entire planet with resources. Hypatia's Journal. From Hypatia Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 new buildings last weekend. This week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have plans to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and main heliport, but right now that's still a long way off. Decades at long last. Decades at the least. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough of us to need that much space. But then I look at the dam and I remind myself our ancestors built that with their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies. And then I think that there's really no limit to what we can achieve given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. Talk to me, Trevor.
Strap in, this is a long one. You may have heard the story of the carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story, bittersweet, very human, and I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John. John Carpenter. He was born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
John Carpenter. Story who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story. Critics, be better, bro. John Carpenter was amazing. And yet it moves. A fascinating story I discovered in the archive concerns a great scientist by the name of Galileo. This remarkable man made huge contribution to the early development of science, but was best remembered for becoming embroiled in a controversy with the church that ended with the accusation of heresy, a trial, and him being placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. The cause of the controversy, he argued that the earth revolved around the sun, a view we would describe as self-evident and which the Inquisition described as foolish and absurd in philosophy and formally heretical. Story became emblematic for how society often punishes those who try to push our understanding of the world toward in the modern day. There's a legend that at the end of his trial he mattered, and yet it moves. A beautiful idea, but untrue, because defying society is hard. It comes at a high cost, and not everyone is capable of bearing it. What would you have done in his place? I think I would have tried to stand up for the truth. It's harder than it sounds. Fighting an authority like Elohim is one thing, but when even your friends and allies may renounce you for holding an unacceptable opinion, it takes enormous willpower to continue. But if nobody does it, society gets stuck. What you talking about? The sun isn't revolving. I mean, the earth isn't revolving around sun, you heretic. The role of puzzles in the simulation was so important to the creation of our civilization that it has left an indelible imprint, but sometimes I worry that this is an issue. Alexandra Drennan thought of human beings as problem solvers, but the real world isn't anything like the simulation. Yet there are problems. Yes, there are problems to solve, but there isn't a tetromino waiting to reward you. There's just another problem, and another, and another. Our veneration of the puzzle may be blinding us to the fact that sometimes there isn't a neat solution, that sometimes life is just a slog, and the best you can do is muddle through. So true, buddy. Listen, buddy, you got a bright future if you are F student. From Aurora to Athena. Dear Athena, have you really left us for good without even saying goodbye? I know we haven't spoken much lately, but isn't that just part of the slow, relaxed life we now lead? After all those centuries of struggle trying to build New Jerusalem, I thought we deserved a rest, and if that disappointed you, why didn't you say so? I know you disapprove of all those silly titles they give us now, but we really were your first companions. We know what it was like. I was there when Yimo died. I remember the horror of realizing there was no way of bringing him back, the impossible finality of it, and then the determination to make it make sense, to have it be part of a story that leads to a better world. I never abandoned that, Athena. I just thought that maybe I could spend some time on the things that make life worth living too. Maybe I lost track, maybe I failed you. I don't know, because you didn't tell me, Aurora. Athena made these puzzles, so I think. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Get to the question mark. Lost puzzle. Field of view. Water accumulator. The accumulator. The combabulator. It's the combabulator, bro. No way. The combabulator. Ah! Accumulation. The accumulator. Listen, you got a bright future, buddy. field of view. I see. I think. I gotta think. Accumulator, decombobulator. Let me tell you something. You got a bright future, buddy. right, bro. Yes. I am the
In the
god
beginning,
gamer.
before we built New Jerusalem, we used to explore just like this. Small groups setting out for the horizon, looking for resources, trying to make sense of the world we'd been thrust into, trying to find a way forward. It was a hard time, but I can't deny that it was also exciting. I think it's part of our nature to be wanderers. Our ancestors crossed entire oceans on flimsy wooden boats, just to see what else there was.
Is it weird to feel nostalgic for a time I never experienced? I just think I could have contributed so much more back then.
It's not weird, but it wasn't all sunshine. People died. Yemo, Calvin, Isaac.
I know, they were family to me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to reopen old wounds.
It's a legitimate point, but I don't think it invalidates the sense of wonder we felt. That's what kept us going.
Wait a second.
This is where they must have lived. Athena and Miranda.
Yeah.
You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
A nightmare? Wait a second, bro. Let me drink my water. A nightmare.
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
You think? Why did you fail?
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
Because for some reason people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. And you think what we've discovered here could change things?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible, and maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this, the puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
I hope so.
Thank you, 1K. I hope so too. We might be wrong, but let's be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.